I'm a little bit late. We are a little bit late. Love is here.
Hey, how's it going?
We are a little bit late. I got off work late. I just actually got home and had a chance to grab something to eat. So we are about 10 minutes late for the live. We'll just wait to have people join us and we'll get started. Don't really have a topic today. So if you're watching the playback, we just gonna kind of see what happened, what the vibes are, who joins the live, and see what happened. So I apologize for being a little bit late. Hopefully, you guys still join me. We're just gonna allow some time for you to come on in the room. Come on in the room. Love is going to set up on his channel as well. So if you are following me and have not subscribed to his channel, please subscribe. Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. This is Pastor P.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes. So he's still getting everything set up on his end. If I need to move something, love, so you can attach something, I can. But we are welcome to the live. And yeah, we're just getting everything set up. I apologize for being late. How was your day? If you are just now joining the live, how was your day? You guys got a kick out of my beauty room tour, my little short that I did, the beauty room tour. I got some new subscribers from that video. So welcome if you are new and you came over from watching that quick beauty room tour video, that little short. Hey, we like makeup over here. There will be more makeup content. That's actually why I put that little thing there so I can prop stuff on it. So yeah, welcome. If you're on here, tell us how was your day, what you got going on. I can tell you about my day. My day has been a lot and a little bit stressful, but we made it through. I'm drinking some of the sugar-free mango passion that I told you about a while back. So that's what we're having. Delicious. And I'm eating some brisket. I made a little, what is this, love?
It's beef brisket.
Yes, a slider. I made a little slider burger, so I'm just having that. What? Hey, I see some people joining. Welcome to the live. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. What y'all want to talk about today? We could talk about a little bit of makeup. We don't have to dive too much into makeup because love is here. So we can talk about faith. We can talk about our religion. We can talk about relationships. We can talk about corporate America, all the things. We didn't come with the topic today. It says, hello there, good morning, lots of love and support to you and your fans from Japan. Hey, Japan in the house. Hello. Welcome. Okay, so are you a moderator on here? I don't know. I don't know if I did that or not. It said another moderator just handed me something. Hello, welcome to the live. We're here. Do we have some topics that we're gonna discuss?
Yeah. Well,
He's pulling up some stuff. Okay. Are you live on your channel?
No, not yet. So I was trying to get set up.
Okay, he's still getting set up on his. Thank you, Dragon Master. Hope your stream is going well. We just got on. I'm a little bit late today. I got off work late. Came in the house for like 10 minutes, and then here we are. We have made a commitment to being live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thank you, Dragon Master. I appreciate that. We are trying to be consistent. Hey, oh, your ankles. I don't know. I have to bring it down a little bit. Let me hold my stomach in on that one. But I like the angle. Okay. Thank you, Dragon Master. We're trying. We're going to keep it up. And I'm going to eat. Let me know what y'all have for dinner. It is like 7:15 Central Time. I'm eating this little a brisket slider that I made. And you want to take a bite?
I need you to save me a piece.
I think I misplaced my napkin.
Yeah. I'll get you one.
So we're just chowing down over here, okay? Well, I am.
Yeah. And those of you who may want to follow me, you can follow me at Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. I have a lot of content on there talking about so many different things when it comes to dating, when it comes to, faith, when it comes to relationships and marriage, a lot of different content. I'm sure there are some things on there that you would like to hear and see. And if you have any suggestions, absolutely throw those out to us. We would love to hear that. But we're glad to have everybody that's on right now. Put it in your comments, any suggestions, anything that you want to share, anything that you've been going through, you want to talk about, any questions that you may have that you've been stumbling or fumbling over. Definitely throw it out there. So share it with us.
Oh yes, I think we might need to move it, love. That way we can look in one direction. So we're trying something new today. We're doing live on both channels. So I think if we put yours on this stand, we can look at both of them like this straight ahead at both screens. So we're going to get this worked out. We're trying to do live on both channels. So we're going to set the stands up. Bear with us for a second. Technical difficulties going on. So if we do it this way, and so like if we're at least we're kind of looking at both, so you can still look at your screen, I can look at mine, and we can kind of both be not so okay. We're gonna try this out. Let us know what you think about it. If you are subscribed to his channel, you may see it be looking off, but I'm trying to do live on my channel. So we're working it out, okay? We're doing it for y'all. We're working it out. Go subscribe. Are you able to comment so they can see it? Are you able to comment on your? No.
No, not on this.
Oh, not on that one. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna do it like this.
I'm coming on yours.
Oh yeah, because if you comment, yes, on mine, so you can tell them your channel.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna do that. So my husband's gonna comment on the channel. Hey, if you're just joining from Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. Hey. Welcome to the live. We are doing a live on this channel, also my channel. And so he's going to put a comment on my channel. So you Scarlett says she can't hear us. I don't know what's in the background. Are you having a good day today? We are having a good day. Yeah. Makeup stuff is in the background. Can you hear us? If you can hear us on this channel, give us a thumbs up. I'll let you kind of get them going. Let's follow them on there. Okay, we're trying to work this out.
Can you hear us now? Let us know if you can hear us.
On both channels. Thank you. They're still saying they can't really hear.
All right, let me see.
Okay, we're trying to get the volume up on his. Thank you.
Okay, let us know if you can hear.
Derbu Meta, thank you. They said we make a great couple.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's the love of my life right there.
All right. Hey, Tristan, can you guys hear me? Zane World, can you hear me now?
We're just testing to see if you can hear us. On my channel, you can hear us. My channel says they can hear.
Okay. I'm not sure what they can't hear.
Maybe that's unmuted, maybe.
Okay. Can you hear us now? Let us know if you can hear us. So
comment, let us know what you want to hear from us. That might be an old one.
Yeah. What about now?
Yay! Awesome. Okay, so we can hear on both channels. Okay, great. So comment, let us know if you have any questions. We can talk about relationship stuff, corporate America, religion, faith, all the things. Do we have some topics that we can bring up?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So we'll kind of get it going, and then if you feel comfortable with answering the questions, answer it in the comments and ask questions, and then we'll kind of answer them as we go.
So basically, hey, we're glad that you can join us, Tristan.
We're asking what's in the background. We're in my beauty room, if you want to know what's in the background. So this is my little beauty room area, and my husband doesn't mind coming in here with me to just have our own little separate space away from everyone else in the house. So it's just my little beauty area. Subscribe to my channel if you're into the beauty things. So, yeah.
Yep, and that's Living According to Crystal. So here's the thing. One of the topics that I want to bring up, and I absolutely want to hear from you today, let's hear and see what you have to say. Is that, when it comes to dating and relationship, there's a lot that's going on. So I want to ask this question: is it possible to be in love with two people at the same time?
If it's Jesus and you, yes.
Yeah,
That's the only way. If it's Jesus and
absolutely.
you, yes.
Yeah. Zane world, we have three boys. Yeah, and it is family friendly for sure. Absolutely, it is.
So
So Nick, that is absolutely correct. We're family friendly. So let's tackle this topic. Can you be in love with two people at the same time? What are your thoughts about that? I know we find a lot of people who are in having trouble with one relationship, let alone trying to have two relationships. But there's people out here who are trying to date other people, and they have this poly that's out there. The people are marrying two people at the same time. From a Christian point of view, that's just not what we do. We're okay with being in love with one person, and that one person is sufficient. And I know some of you say yes, that they think so, but here's the thing, how do you think that would work in your relationship? So we want to hear from you. Is that possible to be in love with two people at the same time? I think, who's that?
So someone on my channel said it is not possible, and so we agree with you. It's not impossible, but for the people who think so, explain why you think so.
Yeah, yes.
So they said loves mean finding that special someone, and that person is special because there's only one of them. That's right.
Yep.
We definitely agree with you. That's finding that special someone.
Yes.
And only being with that someone. So I said yes jokingly because I was saying I'm in love with him, in love with Jesus. But when you talk about a physical person, yes. It only could be in love with one person at a time. I don't know how those poly relationships work because
absolutely. So when you find yourself in a relationship, how can you devote so much time to more than one person? That's so difficult to do. And then when you do, you'll probably find yourself favoring one person over the other, and it's just going to cause chaos. Now I know from a biblical standpoint, they used to have more than one wife, but here's the thing about it: it was one favored over the other, and one had seniority. But in today's time and where we live, one wife is sufficient. But some people think differently. So what are your thoughts out there? Hey, I appreciate you for putting that out there. That love means finding that special someone, and that person is special because there's only one of them. That is so correct. But is there anybody out there that thinks differently? We would love to hear from you. Hey, Demi, we're glad that you can join us today. We're here wearing the King's crown, as well as my wife, living according to Crystal. We're here. We're talking about relationships today. Is it possible to be in love with two people at the same time? We want to know your thoughts. And I know Zane, you've asked about. Zane is asking how many kids do we have? We have 3 strong boys.
Oh yeah, men, 3 grown men.
Yeah, Abraham, glad that you can join us as well. Nick, thank you for joining us, and Demi.
Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. That was a good question. Do you have another one that we can?
Yes.
tackle?
So here's the thing. Relationships again is a big part of our everyday life. Whether we're with friends, whether we're involved with somebody, whether it's a child or loved one, relationships are all around us. So when you're talking about dating somebody, I would like to ask this other question: can you truly love someone without ever having met them in person? Can you? Do you think you can love somebody without ever having meeting them in person? So, in spite of having more than loving two people, can you have that long distance relationship and fall in love with somebody, but yet you've never physically met them before?
That's a good one. I think so. I think you can. Because you can get to know the real person for them versus just a physical attraction.
Yeah.
So I think so. What do you think?
Now, I think a person can fall in love. Again, getting to know that person means everything. I see. Demi is answering a question to our first question, they don't think that it's possible to be in love with two people at the same time. And then Tristan says no, they don't think that, you know, that you could be in love with somebody that you've never seen before. Most men are physically, they want to see with their eyes. We are men of nature that we have to see. We like to see beauty. We like to see that woman. But, you know, women can be involved with you emotionally, you know, learn to know you and grow with you. And I think that's a great thing, because it shouldn't just be about aesthetics. It just shouldn't be all about looks. Now, don't get it wrong. We want somebody to look nice.
Yes. Back a little bit.
We want somebody that we're attracted to. But can you really fall in love with somebody that you've never met before? I believe that that's possible. What do you think?
Demi says, yes, you can love them, but not in love with them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So, Jeruv, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name, says, yes, it's possible to be in love without meeting the person if you feel the connection is there just by the tone of the voice, text, etc. It's about how the person makes you feel. Okay, yes, we agree with that. It's definitely about how they make you feel.
Absolutely. And Demi, you also said, I think folks throw the word in love around too easily. You're absolutely right. People manipulate that word because they feel like they want to get something out of a person. So they say, I love you, just to get a reaction and get you to feel some kind of way. But, you know, how early is falling in love? Because if you've ever been involved with somebody, you know, one of you normally falls in love before the other. And the other person will end up saying, I love you, and really haven't gotten there to the finish line yet. So I think that in our relationship, who fell in love first?
Me. I don't know. I don't know.
So that's a good question to ask. You know, who fell in love first? You know, now I think it was you, but then I was right behind you. I was right there. I was like, yeah, hold up, I'm trying to win too.
And that's one thing he asked me all the time, like when we first met, when I would say I love you, he was like, you love me, but are you in love with me?
Come on now.
I always ask, are you in love with me? And not just love. And I'm like, yes, I'm in love with you. So yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, they use that word so loosely, you know, and that's why it's important to understand it. Is that person involved in you? Are they investing in you? You know, and I think that's a great word to use, investing, because anybody who wants a relationship, they're going to invest in you. That's just like anything that you find value, that you want to recoup a dividend on, you want to get something back out of, you invest in it. And nobody's going to invest in anything that they can't get anything out of. So, hey, we appreciate that, Demi. She said, yeah, we look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I've been eating, okay? We came straight from work because I'm trying to get the food out my teeth, but thank you. He needs to take a bite. You don't want to take a bite?
Yeah, I'm going to take me a bite, but hey, when I take my bite, make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel. We have so many different topics that we talk about. Like and subscribe to Living According to Crystal as well. But again, let's not finish with this. You know, a matter of fact, you know, when we look at relationships, can we fall in love with two people at the same time? That's, you know, that's a toss up. We believe we should be in love with one person. That one person, because if I fall in love with somebody else, I can't devote all this time to her. I have to look at somebody else and things like that. First of all, one is enough. Why I need 2 or 3 wives? Why you need another 2 or 3 husbands? No, that's not gonna happen.
No, never, ever.
That's not gonna happen. So then we ask the question, you know, can you fall in love with somebody that you've never met before? Or you haven't been around, not physically seen. You might have been a pen pal. You might have been over the phone and you've gotten to know them. Some people can do that. Some people, no, they can't do it.
This one is a good one. While you eat, I'll ask this question. It says, is it okay to stay in a relationship if you are no longer in love with your partner?
I was waiting on that one. Come on now. Come on.
The question is it okay to stay in a relationship if you are no longer in love with your partner?
Oh my God.
Because so if you're new to the channels, we are married. This is my husband. He is a pastor, and we mentor couples. We do couples marriage counseling, and so we've heard a lot of things just from the people we counsel and just through other people that minister to people. And some people do stay in relationships because they feel like I've been with them this long, I might as well be with them, but they're not happy.
Exactly.
Or they're not in love with each other, but they just stay because they're comfortable. So the question is it okay to stay in a relationship if you're no longer in love with the person, or if you're no longer, I would say, if you're no longer happy with them, do you just stay just because that's what you've been doing?
Yes.
Or do you feel like it's okay to get out of the relationship?
Yeah. How do you guys feel about that?
How do you handle that?
Tristan, you did? Okay. I mean, here's the thing. I think everybody needs to be honest with the person that they're with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes we get too caught up with life, with children, with work, and sometimes we forget about the person that we fell in love with. You know, what happens when you fall out of love? Sometimes you have to go back and start all over again. Sometimes you have to start romancing and start courting and dating each other, you know, and rekindle that fire that you had before. You know, a lot of times people are ready to throw in the towel, ready to give up. Hey, we need to fight for those relationships that matter. So I think that, you know, I don't think it's okay, you know, I don't think that you should just stay in a relationship if you've fallen out of love, but you need to address it. You need to talk about it and see what you can do to keep it together, because you don't want to just be roommates and sitting there and can't enjoy one another. Okay.
So a couple questions on my channel, and then I'll let you the ones on yours. So someone asked, how do we meet? He and I have some mutual friends, and that's kind of how we knew that we would be good, or that we were at least good people, because the mutual friends are good people. So I'm like, if they know him, he can't be like a crazy guy, and I'm sure he thought the same thing. So we had some mutual friends, and then we just kind of met and been in love ever since.
Hey, Shantae.
Hey, Shantae. And Gracie, hey, we are live. I told you that every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We just got a little delayed today because I got off work late, but we are here for you, friend. Come back every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And someone says, it's definitely not okay if you are no longer happy. It's because the connection is ended and there is no honesty about how the relationship is going, then there's no point in staying in that relationship. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it says, and that's great. At least you're being honest with that person. At least you're being open. You are finding people are just staying together because it's comfort, because you don't want to break up, you don't want to, you know, cause any damages. But sometimes if you're not happy, so what do you do then? You know, and that's what we want to address. So Demi stated that, hey, I did that. It was a mistake because he wasn't the right man for me. If the two are respectful to each other, oh my God, that's a big word, respect. Respectful to each other and honoring their vows, I don't see anything wrong with it. Need to regroup and don't give up. Come on,
all
now.
right, that's
I give
right.
you kudos
That's
for that.
exactly what we were gonna say. If you're married, you can't just walk away from your marriage or your relationship because you made this vow to the Lord. But you do need to be open, honest with the person. Let them know why you're not happy, and you guys need to work toward it together. Do all the things you did before you met during your marriage to bring that happen, and then pray about it. Okay, pray about it, because the things that you can't do in your strength, the Lord can do in His strength.
Come on now.
So just pray about what it is that you're not getting in your relationship, and ask the Lord to help your husband in those areas, or help you in those areas of something that is not good, that you don't need to be doing. Just pray about it, I would just say.
Absolutely. We definitely want to do that. Prayer is the key that's going to tie everything together. Not only that, when you pray, you give God permission to get involved in your life.
Yes.
When you pray, you give God permission to get involved.
That's a sermon right there.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And if you don't pray, God's going to be, he's going to be watching. But if you pray, you allow Him to come in and get involved between the both of you. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm just a truth teller. Sex is not enough glue to keep two people together.
Right.
Money is not enough glue to keep two people together.
Right.
But the glue is God Himself.
That's
because it's going to be sometimes where I just don't like you. You know, it just...
Not with us. I can say that. You quit saying that because you're going to make them think it's between us. He's saying that because we have counseled people that say, like, I don't like my husband. but I love him or whatever. We can honestly, and speak, if I'm speaking out of turn, you let me know.
Yeah.
But we can honestly say that we are best friends.
Absolutely,
Like we
we are.
have a really good time
do.
together. We do stuff that, you know, he likes to do. He'll come in here and let me do facials on him, and you know, he don't mind doing stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
We have a really good connection and a good we work together as a
Yeah, we
team.
do.
It was definitely sent from the Lord, our relationship.
Absolutely.
But we have heard people that say there are times I don't like you. But then go ahead, finish
Yeah.
your thought.
No, that's just thing. But here's the thing: God is the glue that keeps you together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, He's the one, because a lot of times when you upset, you're not thinking rationally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're subjective, and you're thinking about you instead of us.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. And Demi said something that I've been hearing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They said there is pee in the dating pool.
Yeah.
Oh my God! We just heard that the other day, right?
Did. We heard somebody else
the day
say
before
that.
yesterday. There's pee in a dating pool. How do you guys feel about dating? Do you agree with Demi on this? They say that there is pee in the dating pool now. There are not many people out there that have the mindset anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're
Shantae
right.
say facts. Okay.
Hi, Melvin Minnie. Hello.
Mhm.
Gracie, we're from Texas. Yeah, we're from Texas.
Yes.
But we were blessed at the time when we met and were doing our little dating that we are who we are. But it took us having a relationship with Christ so I can work on me and he can work on me and he worked on him, and then the Lord put it together. I feel like you're not going to be able to be somebody's good thing without the Lord. So if you are a man out here dating and you think these women are in the dating pool, pee in the pool, or the women who think there's pee in the pool, I just think not focus on that. Just focus on you being who God called you to be.
Yeah.
And when you're ready or he's prepared you enough, he'll send the person to you. So,
absolutely. I know one of my
Demi said she's giving up.
Yeah,
no,
we don't want to give up.
Don't give up, Demi. Don't give up on dating. Do not.
Here's the thing about dating. You know, it's just like, you know, a person who's digging for gold. Mm-hmm. You're going to dig all day long, sometimes for days and months, before you find just a small little nugget of gold. Mm-hmm. But when you do, that small nugget is so much valuable. Mm-hmm. So, and then, you know, we have to understand and that there's going to be some time where we can't, you know, it's hard to find that person. But also we need to ask ourselves, what are we looking for?
Right.
You know, what are we looking for in a person? And don't dismiss the things that you see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there are some things that weighs in the balance that we need to look at. Mm-hmm. We need to find somebody that has some good morals and character.
Got their affairs in order.
Come on now.
You know that's that's a whole nother story, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes. But definitely don't give up on dating. I told single friends of mine that I have that you have to kiss a lot of toads, you have to kiss a lot of frogs till you find your prince. There is a lot of riffraff out here. I think that the world makes it crazy when dating because people see stuff on TV, on reality shows, and they think that's what it's like. But all this stuff is materialistic and secular, and you need to just meet somebody that go to church, who know the Lord.
Yes.
Have a relationship with Christ. That's kind of that was my deal breaker. If I met someone and they don't go to church, don't pray, no, we can't go any other further. Okay, it's over. No other further.
I don't care how good he look, how fine he is, how much money he got, how good he smell. Hey, don't sell yourself short.
Right,
That's
right.
the biggest thing.
Yes.
So you know, and Demi, don't give up now. I know you said Jesus is gonna have to come down and bring him to you. Absolutely.
He will, cause look, he done brought me mine, girl.
Yeah. He who findeth the wife findeth a good thing. So yeah, you need to put yourself. What you need to do is to put yourself in position. You make sure you just doing your thing. That man will come to you. Now let me tell you this also, Demi. When he does come, he may not have everything that you're looking for. If you're looking for a muscle-bound, chiseled man, and he is of a certain age and make a certain amount of income, he may not have all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to love you the best that you can be loved.
Mm-hmm.
We have to accept those things because we have to learn to grow together.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing.
And that's good. I'll mention that because, you know, women, we all have our list. And I always thought, because I'm a hands-on type of girl, DIY. I like to get tools and build stuff and make stuff. And I always thought, I want a guy that likes to build stuff and do all this stuff. That ain't my husband. Now, my husband will pay somebody to come do it. But and some stuff he will do, but he ain't finna get outside with me and build a fence. He would much rather pay somebody. And so what I thought I wanted is not what I needed, because now my back hurt, my shoulders hurt, everything.
That's why I don't do it.
Right. Everything hurt. And he like, you broke down because you're doing all this, trying to do this heavy lifting and things. We could just pay somebody to do it. So what you think you want, it may not be what you need. The Lord will send you what you need. And he definitely has sent that to me. So just be open-minded, kind of like what he was saying. Be open-minded to what you think you want might not be what you need. God knows what's best for you, and he will send you that person that's good for you. So just trust in him, pray, and, you know, believe, and work on you. We got some questions over here.
Yeah, we're gonna come to both of you guys. You can go with yours first.
Over here, Gracie is saying, do you guys believe in female and male roles in a relationship, or do you believe you are the same of the same importance?
Well, there's male and female first. That's just cut and dry. Cut and dry.
Yes, definitely has to be a male and a female. So that's our beliefs. And do you believe you are of the same importance? I definitely do think we are the same importance in some areas, but I know in the biblical aspects of it, if things go wrong in the marriage, it's his fault. Or kind of explain that, what I mean. Like, it's God is looking for you.
Well, here's the thing. When Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, okay, we know that Eve ate the fruit first, okay? She shouldn't have done that. But the trouble didn't start until Adam ate it. And because God made Adam the head, he was responsible.
Right.
So since he's responsible, that's why it's so important for men to be in the right place, because God hold us accountable first, because he's given us, you know, to be the head and not the tail. He told us to be the head of the family. And if we're not leading, if we're not growing, we're not nurturing, we're not providing, we're not protecting, then we're not doing our job. And we can't turn around and say, you doing wrong when I'm not doing what's right. So that's the thing that we have to think about. We have to have our priorities in order and make sure we're in line with God. So I think you bring up a good point. It's something that definitely needs to be addressed with men. And I definitely talk to all men about that. And I know Demi stated that, you know, you're giving up, don't give up, Demi. I know there's a lot of, you know, men and women who are playing in the church. Absolutely. The same people are outside the church or inside the church. But the difference is the people in the church are at least trying to get it right. Don't mean they won't have any issues or problems. They still may have some issues and problems, but they're working toward fixing themselves, because churches, you know, think of it like a rehab center for sinners. That's all that it is.
Oh, that's good.
It's a rehab center for sinners, and they're working on themselves. And that just like you, me, and everybody else, we are a work in progress. So we're working together. Find somebody you can work with and you can grow and fight through this together with. That's so important. It's not easy, but you can do it. Don't give up. Don't give up.
So I hope this answers your question, Gracie. So we don't believe in female roles and male roles when it comes to, like, I'm the man, I'm not cleaning, you do all the cleaning, or, you know, we all do all of that together.
Cook, I clean, I do everything. I mean, I do it all.
Yeah, me too. I go outside and help with the cars and all that stuff too, and take out the trash. So we don't think there's roles that way. We're all in the same household. We're all trying to, you know, make our house run successful. Teamwork. There you go, Shantae. So we don't believe in male and female roles like that. But then as far as of the same importance, I do think that the Lord looks at the men as the responsible one in the relationship, because he's the head. Yeah. He runs the household. So hope that answers your questions. And then someone says, Gracie, you also said, and you had me until we said it don't matter how good he smell, because girl, if he smell good, he smell good. I want him. I
Hey,
understand. You get somebody smelling good but be dirty on the inside.
gotta
Okay,
watch
have
out
a
now.
dirty heart. You don't want that.
Don't be
Now
deceived.
you'll find you somebody that'll smell good and love the Lord and all that, and you will. Like, it don't just fall for the cologne, okay?
Yeah.
They'll be spending their last dime to smell good on some cologne and
Yeah.
just be broke down on the inside.
Yeah.
So don't fall for the cologne.
And Demi, you're right as well. Make sure you guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channels,
yes.
let's make sure that you subscribe. Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. Make sure you subscribe to Living According to Crystal, where you can find multiple different content on makeup, on faith and fellowship, on dating, and all of the above. But absolutely, Shantae says teamwork. We absolutely need teamwork because it's like this. You want to be with somebody that you can join team. It's the reason why, these people like Jordan and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, they were on the basketball team. They worked well together. You had Kobe Bryant and Shaq. And no matter what team you're on, you want to be on a team that's working together.
Yes.
Somebody who's moving forward.
Yes.
Now, kind of come back to the smell thing. I want to come back to that because, I like me a good smelling woman. And back here, we got a lot of perfume.
Yes.
Ooh, you smell so good. I'm in love here. But here's the thing about it. Be careful because you can find somebody that looks good, smells good. He is playing the part. But I'm going to tell you something. We have to be careful. We want somebody who is genuine about who they are, because some people will put their impersonator out there first. They'll put that person out there that they want you to know versus who they really are. That's why within the first 90 days, you need to be very observant. Who are they? How do they treat people? How do they treat you? And is it just a mirage, or is this the real deal? And that's where your honesty and communication comes in. You have to be able to talk and just be honest with some things. Find out things earlier, sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Because later, then you feel that you have invested in something that you're not getting a return out of. It's very important.
And Shantae said sometimes you find your person when you're not looking. That is very true, because sometimes people are so focused on looking, they ain't working on them. And then once you stop and start working on you and get yourself together, the Lord be like, here you go. And you be like, I wasn't even looking for this person. So yeah, sometimes that it does work out that way. And one thing I want to add on, but first, thank you, Demi, for following my channel. Thank you. If you're not subscribed, if you're watching my channel, Living According to Crystal, go subscribe to my husband, Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. Hopefully you can subscribe to both channels. But one thing I wanted to mention, I have friends that are single and they're dating, and one friend in particular would not always be honest with the guy she's dating, not tell him everything, but then want somebody to love her for her. And I'm like, you're putting on a show. You're not letting him know who the real you are. So how he's gonna love you for you? Like, you should show your real self so this person can know who you really are. Because if you put on this show speaking this certain way, and then 3 months down the line you acting different, he don't know who he dealing with.
Absolutely.
So you need to be you from the jump. Show him who you really are, and let him decide if that is something he wants to deal with. Right? Don't put on a representative. Be who you are. Because I have never put on any type of show. He is no, I'm country. I be smacking when I eat. Like, he knows who I am. I have a little bit of ADD. I be all over the place starting projects and jump into the next project, but I didn't hide anything of that from him. He has things that he does. He never hid any of that from me, but I love him for who he is. He loved me for who I am. And one thing I'll tell you real quick about us, sometimes you balance each other out, and we balance each other out very well. And we always, I'm talking about the cups up, cups down.
Yeah.
So if you're new to the channel, we're married, and but we have a lot of things that we different, but we don't fight about those things. When we're dating, when I go to his house, his cups are up in the cabinet. When he came to my house, my cups are down. So we call it cups up, cups down. We didn't fight about it. We just know that's how he like his cups up. I like my cups down. Or even when we're folding towels, he has a certain way he fold his towels and a certain way he fold his socks. Mine, just put it in there in the drawer out the way, like just to get it done. He's a neater person than I. I do like organization and things like that, but it's just some areas of our life he's a lot neater than I, and then other areas I am or him. But I love that about him, the way he is, and he love, even though I'm wild and crazy. Don't you love that about me?
Absolutely. I mean, it's good to be different.
Yes,
It's good to be different, even though you have some things that I like. It's good to be different. So absolutely, being different is kind of what makes you who you are. And come on, Demi said that you balance each other out. Absolutely, it's basically what it is. So Grace brings a very good question to the table. Hey, let's just put it on the table. It is what it is, Grace. Thank you for having the courage to even just put it out there.
Yes.
Grace is saying, what are our views on same gender relationships? Do you support them? And what would you do if your children came out to you? Well, first of all, when it comes to our views on same-sex marriages, the Bible, we don't agree with it, but it doesn't mean that we don't love those individuals. And I think that we should love them just as much as we love anybody else. And trust me, I would say this. I know people in my own family, they are like that. That don't stop me from loving them for who they are. But from a being married, a relationship standpoint, I cannot agree with that. I just can't, because the walk that I follow with Jesus, he made male and female, and
he made it clear
exactly that they should be one. So now to answer your question, if one of my children was to come out and say, hey, they like boys, or if a girl like a girl or a boy like a boy, all I can do is pray for them and talk with them. I'm never going to stop loving them, first and foremost. I'm going to love them to the day that till they die. So I'm going to support them because they're my child. But if they're in a relationship, that's something that I cannot condone, I cannot agree with. But I would never stop loving, him or her or the other person, and I never stop loving them. And I think that's extremely important.
And I'll answer too, and I agree with him. The views on the same gender relationships, I don't agree with that either. We are Christian, and we
hold those
believe,
values.
yes, what the Lord says about He made male and female. Do we support that? Again, we're not gonna not like you because of that, but we don't agree with that. Like, if I was asked to go to a wedding of someone that was getting married, I can't go because that's against my values and my morals. I wouldn't go. I love you, and that's what you choose to do. That's going to be between you and the Lord. But I don't condone it. I'm never going to say, like, come here and bring your wife with us. Like, if it's a girl, like, I can't. But I'm not going to be the person that every time I see you, like, preaching to you, like, what the Bible says. Some people be like, you going to hell, like, all that. I'm not going to do that, because all sins, everybody's sin.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so
we have sin just like they have a sin. I just, that's an outward sin that we can see. Right. Versus the inward sin that you cannot see. I think, like, Demi on my channel is stating that there are some people who are playing church. There's some people who are a wolf in sheep's clothing. Absolutely, it is. They're just as bad as anybody else. But from I don't say just as bad. It's sin, is sin, is sin, and we all are guilty of it. I'm raising my hand right now because I know I'm guilty of it. But we ask for forgiveness and we ask for grace and mercy. Now, it just when it comes to same-sex marriages, we have to give that over to the Lord. That's not even for us to even judge. We just know that that's not what God wants us to do. And we don't need to partake in that.
And then as far as, like, if your child, this happened with your child, for me, I look at it like, if someone in my family did drugs, I don't agree with that. I don't allow that. I'm not going to take you to the drug house to give you the drugs. But I love you. You're my child. That's not going to make me not love you because you're doing something I don't agree with. But I'm not going to help you make that decision or keep doing that. I'm not going to take you to the drug house to give you drugs when I don't believe you should be doing drugs. So, but I still love you. But as far as support, I'm not going to give you the money to go buy the drugs. That's what you're going to do. But I still love you. But I can't be contributing to you to keep doing what I feel is wrong.
Yeah. So Grace, that comes back to your question again. Can you say? Let's just say if our son married another man, would you love your new son-in-law? I would love. Love doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
The person I would love the person. I just can't agree with what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like two people who if my son was go rob a bank, that doesn't stop me from loving him.
Mm-hmm.
He just did something that I didn't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
So and here's the thing, that if somebody did marry a man, hey, that's their lives. I would not, hey, I don't want to deal with you. I don't believe in that, because God is love, first and foremost. He loves everybody. And I believe that I could love that individual, but I could not accept that husband and wife thing between man and a man or woman and woman. I hope that makes sense to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard like some people say, once I came out, my whole family disowned me and now I don't talk to anybody.
That's right, Demi.
We wouldn't do our child like that, but if he asks how we feel about it, we're definitely going to be open and honest with him about it. We're going to show him what the words say about it and how we feel about it. If he chooses to make that decision, that's his soul. I can give you the Lord. I can raise you up the way you're supposed to go. And if you depart from that, that's your soul. I've done all I can do as your parent. And what she say, right? You disagree with the sin, but can still love the person who's sin.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, so we disagree with it.
Great point, Demi. Great point. Those of you, again, if you haven't subscribe to Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. We're having a great topic of discussion today about dating and relationships. You have my wife here, Crystal, and Living According to Crystal. Also like, share, and subscribe to her channel. We are just trying to give you guys some real good information that hopefully that will help you go a long way. And we're bringing up some very good topics that just need to be discussed. So, Grace, we appreciate the
great questions,
yes,
Grace.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Is it Gracie or just Grace? But thank you. Great questions. Feel free to ask more questions, but we can pull up another one while we wait on someone to ask. Yeah,
and Demi, I appreciate your feedback as well. Make sure that you also subscribe to Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. So, we talked about many different things about relationships. What do you guys think about, that this kind of out of line, but let me.
Which one you finna ask?
Well, it's not out of line, but I just think, what are your thoughts about, open relationship?
Oh, okay. You can ask that.
And because we kind of talked about, can you love two people and whatnot, and we also talked about, being with somebody. Can you love somebody that you never met? But this question here states, what are your thoughts about having an open relationship? Hey, great. Thanks, Demi.
Thank you,
so
Demi.
Here's the thing. Some people want to have an open relationship. You need to make that clear and up front so that the other person knows exactly what they're getting into.
Right.
Bottom line. Anybody agree or disagree with that?
Shante says no. Right, Shante? I'm with you. No, I don't agree. I feel like the people who want an open relationship want their cake and eat it too.
Yes, they do.
And you can't have it that way. Like, you're not... No, that's not possible. We're not about to do that. So what are your thoughts? I disagree with it. Can they work? No. I think they can work if both of y'all are fools and want to do that. No. If both of y'all choose and agree to that. I've seen like different things that pop up on social media. Be like, a guy will have multiple women, but then when she gets a guy, he gets mad or something. Like, I feel like if they're gonna do it, he gotta be okay with her doing it just like he's doing it.
Yeah, I know bueno for me.
Yes, like no, we say no. It's not definitely no work in our relationship.
And Demi says I ain't sharing. She said I ain't sharing with nobody.
Right.
Yeah, Shante said right too. We're not sharing. Okay. Grace, keep asking these questions. Hold on, what Grace say? Okay, real question. Say it.
Now that we've been up for as the cups up and cups down, they still up and down. They still both. We ain't changed. Cups up and cups be down. But if we go in the cabinet, we'll just grab whatever.
Yeah. Hey, but Grace, let me tell you this. we learn we have compromised easily
Mm-hmm.
because there's no reason for us to be fussing over because did I put the toilet seat down, did I forget to put the top on the toothpaste, whether the cups are up or cups are down. We're not going to fight over that. To me it's just ridiculous. It may be a habit for me for something that I've done, having cups up, habit for her having cups down. I'm a willing vessel to. I'm open for change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not going to lead to a fight or disagreement or for us to separate. So I'll come in. Hey, if I got to do it cups down, I do it cups down. One thing that I've adopted. Now you guys can tell me this. Once you open up the ketchup, the mustard, do you put it back in the pantry or do you put it in the refrigerator?
In the refrigerator. In the refrigerator. He put it in the pantry. Why is ketchup in the pantry? Okay, mustard in the pantry, barbecue sauce in the pantry. All that goes in the refrigerator. But that's how he do it. So I compromise.
Yeah, but I put it in the refrigerator.
Yes,
now.
yes.
So I keep it in the refrigerator. But yeah, I'm like, it doesn't have to be refrigerated.
The refrigerator says on the bottom.
Oh,
some people don't like to eat cold ketchup. I do because I feel like if my fries is hot, I want some cold ketchup.
Demi, are you sure about that? Let me go look at that. I ain't seen that on that bottle.
He'll put some mayo in the refrigerator. That's about it. But everything else goes in the pantry. But that's how he was raised. That's how he was raised. And one thing I've learned is...
Oh, Grace, I see you.
You better not put the ketchup in the cabinet. Grace, tell him you might put that ketchup, the hot ketchup. No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want no cold ketchup. No cold ketchup. I want the room temperature ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Demi, I'm going to go look. Well, I'm sure it says that anyway. It's a perishable
item. He know. He just don't like it cold. But one thing we learned...
Don't make me screenshot it.
Yes. One thing we know, what you have to learn in relationships is just because it's not how you do it, don't mean it's wrong. It's just how that person does it. So you just have to be open and willing to accept that. Like, I don't try to change him. You like hot ketchup? That's your hot ketchup. You eating, I'm not. You know, like, we don't try to change each other, but I just get, that's how he do it. That's his thing. He know my thing, and we don't fuss about that. So it's just... You have to pick your battles in relationships, and those type of things are not worth a fight over.
And this is what I do when I'm counseling couples, when they have these difficult differences between each other. Mm-hmm. I'll write. Hold on, I wish you had something to write with. I'll write the number 6, okay? And if I place the number 6 on the table to one person, that's all right. That's all right. Okay. To one person, they'll see the number 6, but the other person will see a number 9. Who's wrong? Just because you see things differently does not mean that you're wrong. It's just that we see things differently. And sometimes you want to be able to see things differently from somebody because that's how we learn from one another. Yeah. That's how we grow with one another. So, hey, if it's cups up, cups down, sometimes I cups up, cups down. And Demi is going to send me a screenshot to make sure I put it in the refrigerator. So I'm going to make sure that I put my ketchup and mayonnaise, and mayonnaise already in the refrigerator, but the mustard in the refrigerator for sure.
Yes. I'm trying to find something to write with just so you can see like the number 6. But yes, like he said, if he holds it one way, the 6, it look like a 6 to you, but it look like a 9. But who's wrong? Neither of you wrong. It's just what you see and what the other person see. So I love that analogy. He will use that whenever we're counseling people and he do this and she do this. He'll be like, number 6, what you see? 9, 6, who right or who wrong? And that makes them be able to see it from the other person's perspective. Like, wow, it's not wrong, but that's how you see it. So again, pick your battles in relationships. Fighting over condiments is not worth it to us.
I don't know if that'll work, but
okay.
6.
So if we hold it like this, if I see a number 6. What do you see?
I see a number 9.
Yes. So just because who's right or who's wrong?
We're both right. We just see things differently. That's all.
So that's how it is with cups up, cups down. He think it's supposed to be up. I think it's supposed to be down. I got my reasons on why I think it's up or down. He got his reasons why he think it's supposed to be up. But no right or wrong, and we're not gonna fight over that. So I like that analogy, love.
Yeah. So Demi is where everything is not a breakable moment. So many people are so quick to leave nowadays.
Yes.
They don't stand up and fight for anything. But I tell you what, if anybody can leave you, let them go. If they can leave you with all that you have to give, let them go. They're not for you in the first place. Okay? So, Demi, I hope that works for you. I got my ketchup put up now. All right, Grace keep asking these great questions. Oh, but
Okay.
Grace is into it.
Okay, but one thing I was
Go
gonna say, we had a couple that we counseled one time. Like every time she get mad, I'm leaving. Every time I'm about to go to the courthouse, I'm about to go get them papers. I'm about to get. Every time she get mad, I'm about to get them papers. So we have to tell her like, stop making a divorce an option. As soon as you get mad, like
Those
divorce
threats.
should never be an option. When you mad, if anything, go in the other room, get you something to drink, calm down. Something like divorce shouldn't be an option. If you keep putting it out there, as soon as every time she would get mad, I'm finna go see my lawyer, get my papers, drop my papers. Why is that an option? Take that out of the relationship. Okay, so let's go with Grace. Gracie says, refrigerator's the best for your ketchup. Okay. She says, what are y'all thoughts on icks? Because some people say once they get the ick from their partner that they have to leave. Personally, I think it's an excuse to get out of the relationship. I feel like if you can fall out of love from your partner doing something that icked you, you never were really in love. I don't know. What do you think? What's the icks? I don't know. Like
I'm trying to find
we
out
old, Gracie. What ick means, honey? What's icks?
You done brought a new word to us. Like ick, bad, ick. You know, something that they done wrong. Is that hail? Is it raining outside? It's coming.
That's hail.
Yes. It's raining over. I mean, it's right now. It's hailing over here. When we can hear it in this room. so I
want to go look.
Okay, Demi know ick. I'm behind. As long as the ick is not a perverted ick.
I don't know. I still don't know what ick is.
Demi, Penny, what does ick mean? Demi, what does ick mean? It is such a blessing to see you guys doing this.
Okay, Gracie gonna go look it up so she can see how to explain it to us.
Okay. Hey, Penny, glad that you can join us. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. We have a lot of topics. We sure you just joined a heated topic right now in the relationship.
Hello, Penny.
Yeah, so this is my wife, Crystal. You can join her to her page, Living According to Crystal. Now, Penny, you have a question too. You jumping right on in here, so we want to make sure that we get to you. You said it is such a blessing to see you guys doing this. This question that I have is, how do you deal with your discernment when there are so many people that come in God's name? Woo! You know, and the Bible says everybody that say Lord, Lord is not going to make it into heaven.
All right.
You know, the thing about it, we do have to pray and ask God, is this person from you? Is this one of your angels that I need to be entertaining? There are times when you just have to ask that question, and God will reveal it to you first and foremost. So, you know, having that discernment, you know, we don't want to be so quick to judge anybody, because it's not about judging them, but we want to have a discernment to understand who we're dealing with. Because again, as I talked about earlier, there are wolves in sheep's clothing. So we have to be able to discern, is this a wolf or is this a sheep I'm dealing with? And sometimes it's asking questions. Sometimes it's just observing. Because you can see how they treat people, how they talk to people, how they deal with you. That's enough. So there's some things that you can look at to be able to help you with your discernment. But mostly, absolutely pray about it. You know, because most men approach women. You want to pray that is this the godly man that I'm dealing with, or is this a boy or a male? The two differences. A male is different than a man. A male has every function of a man, but he is not a man up here. He has to have a respect. He has to be able to provide. He has to be able to protect. Mostly, he has to love God. That's what I believe in.
And for me, if you are a believer and are saved, you have that Holy Spirit in you, and you're going to feel, the Holy Spirit is going to let you know when you come in contact with somebody who ain't right. Even though they say they come in God's name, you're going to have a feeling. You're going to know that this person say this, but he ain't right. It's just something that I'm feeling. Or even a girlfriend, because I've met ladies who want to be my friend, but I just get this discernment or this feeling like something ain't right. And the more I get to know this person, I see the evil and the way they just want to get things from me or use me. So the relationship, the closer you get in a relationship with God and can hear the Holy Spirit and hear what he's talking to you, you'll be able to move those people out of your life or stay away from those people.
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting on
No,
icks.
Demi,
Okay.
Demi gave us a definition of ick. It means that they made the hair stand up on your back or your neck or gave you a pause. So I'm gonna assume that what you're saying is that they did something that just intrigued you to make you go like like that. Yes, and so I'm like that's a good thing.
No, I think
Is
she's
that a
saying it's
bad
like a
thing?
bad thing. Ick is a dating term that means
Hold
you
on.
get a sudden cringe
It's a I must have misread that. Oh, I
feeling
didn't see
from your
that.
partner. It could mean,
Oh, I didn't see that one. That's Grace.
oh, okay. So Grace is saying ick is like dating a person that you get a sudden cringy feeling. It could be from a cup, from an action, like the way they drink out of their cup or the way they sneeze. You're like, ugh, ugh. That's what I'm getting from.
Okay.
Like they do something, you just like, ugh, I'm disgusted.
Is that right, Grace? Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Do you guys agree with that?
I just think that might be not be your person because this man ain't did nothing to make me be like, ugh. Like he hasn't. But I remember when I went out on dates, I would see guys with like dirty nails. I just be like, ugh. But I've never had an ick from him. Like I love everything. Here I go being mushy. I love everything about this man. Okay, from the gray hair in his eyebrows. Like there's nothing that he does that makes me like, ugh. I don't like him. I just love everything about him for who he is and what he does. He's just an amazing person. So I just feel like when you find your person, ain't no icks. Not any icks.
Yeah.
Have I made you go ick?
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah. Oh, I love you.
Not at all right,
So,
Penny, I'm
hopefully that's
glad
right.
we were able to answer your question too. So, I'm glad we got that clarified. Yours just in general, just discernment. Okay, good deal. Anything else we need to hit on that? I want to make sure that we make sure we're giving you some good solid foundational answers.
And I was just talking about that today, Penny, with someone I was mentoring at work. I was telling her, I remember when I was an agent, an adjuster, I got moved to a different section. And like, as soon as I sat beside this person, I just felt something. Just something wasn't right. I couldn't focus. It was an uneasy feeling. I was just like, it's some spirit that I feel that is not godly. And she would always be preaching the Lord this and the Lord that, but I just had it was just something. And sure enough, as times went by, she ended up getting terminated because she was doing some evil things and behind the scenes that she wasn't supposed to be doing. But I just knew it was just something about her that I couldn't be around her. And I had been performing well on my job the whole time I had been there. That 1 month I sat beside her, it was the poorest numbers I had. It was just something about her was just affecting me. Some energy she was giving, I don't know. But the Lord let me know that I need to be steer clear from that person. That person was not right. So just to listen to what the Holy Spirit is telling you and just stay away from that person if at all possible.
Yeah. There's just things where spirits are they're attracted to each other. So, absolutely. They want to cling to you. And some people will want to cling to you just because of the getting a benefit and of you or about you, etc. So those are the things that we have to always have some type of discernment about and understand who we're dealing with. Now, so some of the ick things is the thing is that the thing with me, I don't like for people to chew with their mouth open. Oh my God, I was just like smacking and chewing with his mouth and just eat wide open. Yeah, that's one that kind of throws me off. So I'm glad you brought up the question, Grace. And that's
I don't do that. Let's mention that.
No, yes,
I don't do that ick. I'll cover my mouth when I be eating. I will smack on some gum, but I know he don't like gum smacking. He'll just look at me and I'll be like, oh, I'm smacking on this gum, and then I kind of get my little country self together and stop smacking because I know kind of things. I know it could be annoying to somebody just because smacking don't bother me. I know that he don't like smacking from anybody, and so I just be mindful of that whenever we're around. Don't be smacking. But I see a good question on here, but let's see what the comments say before I ask that one. I would love to know y'all's perspective on different religion relationships. If your child fell in love with someone who went a different religion, even if your child was still Christian, what do you think? I think, therefore I am. Okay. So what do we think about, we feel like you got to be equally yoked. She's saying, what if you think about relationships where they have two different religions.
Yeah, that's so hard. The Bible tells that, that two people need to be equally yoked. And what does that mean? That they should be in line with each other. And that's with anything else. Have you ever tried to walk with one shoelace tied to the other shoelace? Can't do it. So that's like two different religions just trying to walk together because you have two totally different beliefs. Now, I've studied Islam, I've studied, different religions, just to kind of get a foundational understanding. And a lot of the different religions, they all have a common theme: good things, do good things, and you can enter into heaven. But here's the thing about it: we don't earn our way into heaven. It's by the grace and love of Jesus Christ. It's the gift of God that allows us to be able to even enter into heaven. So, with that being said, we want to align ourselves with somebody who's like minded. We're following the same path. And if you're in a relationship with somebody who's in a different religion, that's going to be hard for you to work together because one is going to go to a mosque, one is going to go to a church. Where are you going? Two different worlds.
I think that also gives Satan an avenue to cause disagreements or disruption in your relationship. Because I think that if you guys meet, you have different religions, you say you're in love, you have a baby, what are you going to teach this child? Whose religion? Who's going to say their religion is right? That's going to be a fight that y'all going to have on which religion we're going to teach this child. And I just feel like because Satan don't want relationships to work, he's going to use anything he can to get in between and bust that up. So if you are equally yoked, you guys are going to stand firm together, be anchored in the Lord. He going to come and try to stop stuff. And now Satan, get behind me. Me and Jesus, as for me in this household, we serve the Lord. Yes, so y'all got to be on a united front together, serving the same God. All right, come on, in the name of Jesus. Come on, somebody. To keep the enemy out, because he's going to try it. But no,
absolutely,
as long as we both here with Jesus on our side, Satan get behind us. You will not come in here disrupting nothing. So I think that you need to be equally yoked, have the same religion and the same beliefs.
Yeah, because you can't be on the same team wearing different jerseys. It doesn't work that way.
I like that, love. Can't be on the same team wearing different jerseys.
You can't be on the same team wearing different jerseys. It's just not going to work. Demi, you bring a good point. Penny, you brought some good points. Grace, you've been challenging us today.
Yes, I love it. Y'all got to be here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Come back to the live. Subscribe to the channels if you haven't subscribed. Y'all are on it today. I love it. We hope you guys come back every Tuesday.
Absolutely.
But, I think they said some stuff.
Okay, let's take a look. Demi said, not of works any man should boast. Absolutely.
That's right.
We can't earn our way into heaven. Some people think because I make 6 figures, 8 figures, that I can buy my way to heaven because I have all the pleasures of this world. It doesn't work like that way. God is not, he doesn't reverence what you have. He looks at the heart of man. Thank God he looks at the heart, because if that's the case, a lot of good-looking people who have bad hearts will just run all over you. But when God looks at the heart of a person, that's who that person is. Who are you when you're by yourself? That's the thing about it. If you know that you can't trust you, then there's a problem. So we have to look in the mirror and examine ourselves and know who we are, and we have to ask God to work on us, because we're all in a work in progress.
Thank you. She said we are awesome. Thank you.
Who said that? I missed that.
Penny said you guys are awesome.
Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Penny. We appreciate you.
Oh, she said you're going to go to hell tired from working to win your way. I know that's right.
Come on now.
That's right. That's good, Demi. I like that.
Hell fire brimstone. Come on now.
That's good. Okay, Gracie said, okay, I've been asking some real big questions. How about this one? What's y'all's favorite color? Purple for him.
Purple is my favorite color. It's just, I love it. It's a color of royalty. It's just beautiful. Do I wear it a lot? No, but I love it. Matter of fact, I wore purple this past Sunday to church. But I do like purple. I think I wear mostly black and blue. Probably my foundational colors, but purple is my favorite color. I love purple.
Yeah, I'm such an earth girl. Like, I'm such a beige and nude and earthy colors. That's me. I'm gonna do beige and nude, and I like gold, but I'm a beige earth tone type of girl. Like in the fall, I like hunter greens and burgundies and navies, just earth tones for me.
Yeah.
No. most girls like, I love pink. I'm not a pink girl. Pink is cute, but just give me some taupe, some tan, some beige, some classic colors. That's me. I guess, I don't know. Some people think that's bland, but
what's your favorite color? Tell us what and why.
yes.
What's your favorite color and why? You know, that says a
I'm,
lot about a person. What?
Yes, I'm gonna bring up this one. It was a good question. It said, oh, let me see. Where was he? Oh, it says, should you change who you are for your partner? Should you change who you are for your partner is the question. I think that sometimes you need to change if that partner is bringing out the best in you. Then it's okay to change, because I feel like as humans, you are learning and growing at every stage in your life, and you might meet your partner who been around a little bit longer or experienced more things and know more than you, and may try to show you a different way to do things. And in those cases, I think that it's okay to change if it's making you a better person, or leading you to Christ. Make those changes. But if it's someone that's like, I don't like long hair, cut your hair off, and I don't feel like a woman should be like, my husband likes short hair, I'm going to cut my hair because he like it, because you're not going to be happy with yourself if you're just making that change for your partner. But I think if it's something your partner is doing that's helping make you a better person, that it's okay. For me, like, I be starting a million projects, 99 projects, and ain't finished one. Okay, that's me. But then when I met him, he'd be like, don't start nothing else until you finish something. And so now I've like changed my ways, and I try to wait till I finish something before I start. So I've done that, but it's made me better. So I think it's okay to change depending on what the change is.
Well, we have to look at the word change. Change is synonymous with two other words. Change can be correct, and change could be grow. And what you're talking about is growing, changing for growth, not changing to correct. Changing to correct can lead you down a street that you don't want to go down.
Okay.
It changes who you are. It changes everything about you. But if you change to grow with the person, there may be some minor tweaks, but you're still in the element that made you who you are when you met that person. And that's what I feel that you were saying, that people could truly understand. You want to grow with a person. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we may have met each other at the age that we are right now, but in the next 10 or 20 years, we're going to learn something totally different that we didn't learn that we know now. So that change is going to happen. That change should allow us to grow together. I shouldn't change who she is. I should grow to change with her, and that's growing with that person. So that's what that's about.
That's good. I like that. So y'all comment. Let us know your thoughts on that. Is it okay to change for your partner? Or should you change who you are for your partner? Let us know your thoughts. Gracie is saying that.
Okay, now, Demi, you bring up, okay, now. You said your dad was a pastor and instructor of many pastors for many years at Southern Bible Institute.
Okay.
My parents were married for 63 years before my dad passed in 2011. I'm surely curious because I know that area, and I know Southern Bible Institute. And I know some of the teachers that are there. If there are any priors, absolutely, I know who you're talking about.
What's your daddy name, Demi? That's where you going with that. What's your daddy name? You might know your daddy. Okay. She said she's witnessed firsthand how beautiful a God-centered marriage can be.
63 years. My parents have been married for 65 years. So absolutely. My grandparents, both of them were married for 50 years. So I come from homes where they were not broken. Both parents were together, and they were married until they all departed. My parents are still living. But yeah, so so when you talk about understanding okay, now I've heard of Dr. Charles Reed. I don't know him, but I know that name. So yeah, so him, the Dr. Reed and George Pryor, and as well as Michael taught at Southern Bible Institute. I went there for a moment. For Hampton, so absolutely, I know.
Nice.
I know
small
that's
world,
good to know.
Small world. Okay, very good. CL Reed.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Small world. So, guys, relationships are very important. Yeah. So I know all of them. I know all of them. So, and my father played football with George Pryor, which is he's the one who started New Birth. So I know that they all are from the same place. So I know those people. Glad that we are tied together. Make sure
Yes.
I'm glad that you liked and you subscribe so we can stay connected.
Yes.
And
Come
see all
back
the
every
content that we
Tuesday.
have.
Every Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Check out my videos. Check out the things we're doing.
We have a vlog coming up soon too. We gotta edit
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we do.
Let me answer Gracie. Gracie says she loves orange. That's a beautiful
Because of
color.
the sunset. Okay,
When
cool.
the sunset makes the deep orange glow, that feels like it's just healing for your soul. That is right. Yes, the orange is a beautiful color. She says, what are our
That's
thoughts
good.
on modesty with clothing? Oh, honey, I'm just as modest as I can be. Look at my shirt. Like, I think that women need to be modest in their clothing.
You don't have to show everything.
You don't.
Now, sometimes I don't care what you put on, it's gonna show.
Yeah.
But you still can be modest about how
And
you
covered
do
up.
things.
Yes.
Because that tells how you attract. You know, that tells what you attract. That's just being honest with you. So yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that's it's like trending on social media about modesty. A lot of girls are like showing what they used to wear and now how they've become more modest. I've always been a modest person, even before I became a pastor's wife or first lady. I just don't like that type of negative or attention or guys like squawking at me or ooh, look at you. Like I don't like that type of attention. So I've always, they do it and I'm just as modest as I can be. So I could imagine if I was not dressing modestly, the type of attention guys would have given back in the day. But I definitely think every woman should be mindful of that. I know a lot of women, well, some women say like the men should be able to control themselves. I can wear whatever I want. Yes, you should be able to wear whatever you want, but the things that you wear could make people have thoughts, different type of thoughts. And the Bible says, if I can't quote the scripture exactly, but it says something about anything that has the presence of evil or presence of wrong, to stay away from it. And sometimes you dressing like that can have a presence of, oh, she out there, she wants this attention. So just stay away from it. So I just feel like women should be mindful of how people perceive them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be aware of how they dress.
That's just as if you were going to an interview. If you were going to an interview, how would you dress? Are you going to dress seductively? Because you're not trying to give that type of impression off. You're going to be modest. You know, so you have to understand the difference between the two. And trust me, when I'm in the pulpit and I'm giving God's word, I see everything. I see all the people out there. It's a big difference to be able to see everybody. See, everybody's looking at me, just looking at me, but I see all of everybody else.
Yeah.
And there's certain people who dress, provocatively. There's people who dress conservatively, and you can kind of tell. You just see it. I mean, it is what it is.
And I remember like some years ago, this lady used to live in an apartment complex and she used to have these two little boys, and she would always be wearing these little bra tops and these shorts with her butt cheeks hanging out. And she would just be like walking down the street with her kids. And I would just be like, other kids can say like, oh, I saw your mama booty. Like I would be like, that lady needs to be covered up. She's somebody's mama. So I was just like, she needs to wear something else. Like I just didn't like how that looked. I just thought about her kids like growing up. If she's like that when they're teenagers, their teenage friends are gonna be like looking at their mama a certain type of way. I just never liked that. I just think women need to put some clothes on and sit down somewhere. That's what I think.
And I'm real about this. Women have shape. There are some clothing, no matter what you put on, it's gonna show. But some can be more revealing than others. So I just think that a woman needs to make wise decisions, especially when they know where they're going, what they need to wear. Again, I liken it to an interview. Would you wear a tight dress with a long slit down the middle to an interview? No, you wouldn't, because normally a person or a professional person would not look at that as being professional. So if you're going to church, hey, let's do it right. You can still look sexy. There's nothing wrong with looking sexy. I don't think nobody need to look like like nothing or cheap. You can still look sexy and put it on. I've been watching this show. Well, she has me watching this show, Greenleaf, and I'm way behind. I think I'm 5 years behind. But
May, First Lady,
come on.
Lady May was fine. Okay,
And
Lady
she
May was
clean,
cute.
she look good, she cute,
do.
but she it's just how she dressed.
Yes, yes. She was very modest, but it fit her and nicely, and she looked amazing. So yes, it don't have to always be revealing to be appealing or sexy. So I agree with that.
And just like Demi said, she said, you're being a thorn in your brother's eyes by wearing revealing clothes. What is that? Leave something for your husband. Come on now.
That's
I don't
right.
want everybody to see you.
Yes,
No.
yes. Demi on this channel too. She said modest clothing is important. They already look enough, but if you wear that, you're inviting it. Very, very true. It's definitely inviting it because they're like, oh, is she looking? Let me go on and let me look. She want me to see. That's what some guys think.
I say that for the men too. It's not just for the women.
Yeah.
Because some of these men be coming in with these tight clothes.
Gray shorts on and gray jogging pants on. Y'all know what y'all be doing. So Gracie says, I have a close friend who has a big chest. And do not let me tell you. And it was a hot summer day. Me and her wore the same tank top by accident that day. She got a massage later that day from... Well, she got a massage. She had that chest all out, Demi. I mean, Gracie.
And they were massaging her? Oh, my God.
She got a massage from this man, and he said, if you're going to wear a shirt like that, showing that much of your chest, just don't wear a shirt at all. And he said nothing to me. I felt so bad for her. Right, because that guy felt like she was inviting it. Like, women, you got to know your body type. And you got to know, like, some people do have a big chest, so their cleavage is long. I'm not one of those women who got a big chest, so I don't have a long cleavage. So I don't have an issue with shirts. But some women who have big chests and long cleavages, you have to be mindful when you wear tank tops. You can't just wear a regular tank top because all this is going to show. And men are going to be looking all up in it. So I'm sure they was looking because, it was out there. So she should know. I'm sure that she probably gotten that type of attention before because first thing men see is boobs. They just saw them boobs and no, yeah.
Men are visual, and I'm just and even people who even preachers and pastors, I just got to be real with it. They're men too, and just like Demi stated on my channel is that. You can cause somebody to get off track, to get off track, to stumble, because you're being provocative. You're introducing these lustful thoughts, these evil things, that shouldn't be there. So you're tempting other people. So that's the thing that we need to consider.
This one says, is it better to be single or in a relationship? Is it better to be single or in a relationship?
We kind of started out with that. So let's talk about that. Paul was a person, he said, I'm okay with being single. But he said, if you got to be out there and you want sex and you want all of that, he said it's better to marry than to burn. So, that's biblical. That's from Paul. Paul, who wrote the 13 Pauline epistles. What that means, he wrote 13 books in the New Testament. And in one of those scriptures, he talked about it's better to marry than to burn. So now, let's throw this question up. Is it better to be single? Is it better to be married? Let's hear your thoughts.
For me, I say it's better to be married, okay? I feel like I need someone to cover me, and just somebody on my side to be praying for me, protecting me, providing for me. I feel like it's better to be married and in a relationship with your husband. For me, I feel like my life has been better since I've been married versus when I was single.
Yeah, I'm marriage material. I being single is.
You like me? Show the blink. Every time I come around, you see that bling bling.
Yeah, I'm marriage material. I believe in being with that woman, and we're just intertwined with each other. Again, some couples and some married couples, they don't like spending that time together. It's like they want to spend time together to get married. And when they get married, they want, go in another room, go upstairs, go downstairs, and all this stuff here. Well, what happened? You know, I don't, you know, this is my best friend. So because she is my best friend, we can do any and everything together. And that's the way it should be with most people. And I know some people want, they want their quiet time, and you get your quiet time, but you know, do you want to be married? Do you want to be single? That's the question.
But some people, if you, for me, or let me let Gracie go. Gracie, thank you for coming by. She said she got to go to bed. She got to get up in the morning.
All
Thank
right.
you. Come back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We love you. Thank you. We'll see you next week. One thing I was going to say, if you are not ready to change your ways, then stay single. Because we have counseled married women who still want to go out, who still want to go to the club, who still want to wear this, who still want to do all this, who still want to make all the decisions without consulting their husband. If you want to do all those single things, then you should have stayed single. So if you are not ready to submit to your husband, and a lot of women don't like the word submit and feel like they can't tell me what to do, you need to learn what submission is. That's not what submission is. But some women are not submitting to their husbands, and they still want to make all the decisions and be the man of the house, and stay single. But once you get in a relationship and get married, you got to know what God has called you to be, the wife that he called you to be, and allow your husband to do his role and be who God called him to be. You got to know your place in a relationship. So for me, it's better to be in a relationship married versus single.
I agree. Well said.
Okay.
Well said.
Okay, so we're gonna ask one more question because it's getting late.
Yeah.
School them. I'm trying to school them, let them know what the Lord said. Okay, what the word says. Oh no, let's have some lighthearted questions. Let's see. Let's go back and see. We're gonna think of one good last question before we go.
Hold on. Yeah. All right. Here's our last question. Should couples have access to each other's phones and social media accounts?
Should couples have access to each other's phone and social media accounts? I think it's okay, because what you got to hide? What you got to hide? I'll say couples, married couples, or even in a relationship, I guess. I don't know.
You have to build that trust. You know, you have to build that trust. Yeah,
does it matter if it's married or just dating? Because should you have access? I think once you're married to this person, there shouldn't be any hidden anything. If you want to use my phone, here. If I want to use your phone, here. Now, for me, I don't go searching in his phone. If I want to use his phone, I'll just look at it. I'm not looking for anything, because you look for something, you're going to find it, ladies. Quit looking for stuff. You're going to find it. You're going to find something to make you mad. Could be nothing, but you're making it into something. So I feel like it's okay for them to have access to your phone, because why not? What are you hiding? What are you doing?
Well, you know, and if you got a code on your phone, then your spouse should know your code as well. You know, you got to hide it. You know, you can't show your phone. You can't be on the phone, because she's in my phone, and vice versa. We don't hide that. I don't have anything to hide. She has nothing to hide. And I think that if you are in a committed relationship, then you need to set those boundaries. You need to be able to communicate, you know, hey, you know, this is my phone. I'm not hiding anything. You want to look at it. But if you still got some old boyfriends pictures, some old numbers, old girlfriend pictures, you need to get rid of that stuff. I mean, why you holding on to it? If they gone, they gone. It's time to get rid of that stuff. So
yeah. So I think you should have access. It doesn't bother me. Like I said, I have nothing to hide. It's in the social media accounts. Yeah. And the same. He don't have access to, I mean, I guess if he got my phone, he can log into my social media accounts because it's on my phone.
I don't think it's necessary. You can see everything that's on there anyway without logging in. You go on a person's page and see what's going on. So yeah,
I know some girls who have trust issues be like, let me see your phone. Let me see who you've been calling. Let me look in your DMs and see who you've been DMing. We don't do all that. This is unnecessary and uncalled for. Because for me, if you have a relationship with the Lord, Jesus Christ, He gonna show you.
Yeah, He gonna show you.
You ain't gotta look for nothing. He gonna reveal it to you.
Yeah.
So you ain't gotta go look for nothing. I'm not gonna be searching your phone. I'm not gonna be looking through your DMs. I'm not gonna be asking you 99 questions. I knew somebody. This is crazy, but I'm gonna say it. She told me she used to smell her man underwear when he come home, just see what he been doing. Girl, if you got to do all that, why is y'all together? What is going on? I ain't no way I could be in a relationship where I feel like I got to smell you to see what you've been doing.
If you got to do all that, you've gone too far already
Yes,
without
you're
just
doing the most. You hiding something, or you ain't trusting him, or something. I'm not. It's so much other things that we need to be doing. Marriage is a ministry. We have so many other things that we can be doing for the kingdom, bringing relationships together and bringing people to Christ. I ain't got time to be looking for nothing. So
yeah.
you can have access. I can have access. We don't have any secrets. So you welcome to see whatever.
I saw a thing today where it's funny you say this. It was a trust issue between a husband and wife. Well, they were dating. They were husband and wife, and somebody was calling him. He said, "Oh, this my." Well, somebody texted him and said, "Hey, this is my auntie," and the girl said, "Really?" She said, "Call him." She said she told him to call him right now. Call him if that's your auntie. Call him. So he had to call that number to prove to her his auntie, and then she got him to, hey auntie, so that the woman would hear her voice. If you have to do that and go to that extreme, then there's a major trust issue. Either you have a trust issue, or he created a trust issue for you to be that way.
Yeah,
that's a problem, and you might need to rethink about the relationship, because if you have to go to that extent, you know, you might like them, but you don't want to drain yourself mentally, having trust issues, going through this, going through that, trying to find that. And I'm like my wife. If you pray about it and you ask God to show you, He's gonna show you. Now you have to be able to be ready to accept the truth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he will show you.
And one thing I can just say is being married to a pastor, like, he got a bunch of numbers because people call him for whatever reason. He's a part of a lot of associations, whether it's school and church ministries and things. So he has a lot of people, and a lot of people have his number. I'm not looking through his phone to see what's going on. If he say somebody's calling from church, somebody calling from church, somebody calling for marriage counseling, somebody. I mean, that's just what it is. I trust him. Same with me. I work in corporate America. I'm in a management position. I have numbers from associates that I've trained that's gone on who still me ask questions. I'll tell him, like, there's somebody from work who called to ask a question about something, or somebody I know from work. You have to have a trust in your relationship in order for it not to be an issue. Like, you can check my phone. You can check and see if I'm texting whoever, because I have nothing to hide.
You need to just communicate and be honest. People think, oh, I've been honest, a man, I don't want them to know. If you're honest with them and let them know, there shouldn't be a problem. Now, if he got a jealous heart or she got a jealous heart, that's another thing you have to deal with. You know, that's jealousy, and that's another. That's just another. I don't want to say demon, but it's just another entity that you have to deal with. You know, so. Well, I know Demi brought up a question too.
And we're gonna wrap it up with this one.
Yeah, Demi, this is our last question. And guys, we appreciate you guys for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, go like and subscribe to our channels. We appreciate you for joining us. We've had some great communication today. And our last question is this. Demi is asking this question, and the question is about, you know, denouncing Greek fraternities, sororities. You know, and what are our thoughts on this subject? Woo. Good question, okay? First and foremost, being a historian, I've studied history for a long time, not just, you know, biblical history, but world history, geography history, and U.S. history, which is, you know, there's so much more history outside of what the U.S. teaches. You know, when we look at fraternities, sororities, even in Masons, you know, Freemasons, things of that nature, you know, those were built on false foundations, okay? First and foremost, there's nothing secret about God in the first place. There's nothing. When Pilate and Herod talked to Jesus, he said, "I spoke openly. I've hid nothing from anybody." There's nothing that should be hidden when you go through a fraternity or a sorority, or, you know, go through any type of initiation. There shouldn't be anything here that you cannot tell. You have to swear an oath that you can't tell anybody else. God's word is open for everybody. Now, you know, I understand the associations have helped a lot of people, and they have. They do a lot for widows and orphans, and for businesses and people who are homeless. They do great things, and I'm all for that. I just don't believe in pledging in something that's not rooted in the Lord, you know. And have I thought about it? Absolutely, I have. Absolutely, I wanted to be a part of those organizations, but when it came to a point to where I had to take an oath, I couldn't do it. I can't do it.
And then I've heard it preached before. Some people say, like, I heard it preached that they can do a good thing, but is it a God thing? Yes, they are helping the homeless and doing all the things, but it's not a God thing. They're not of God. So yeah, we agree.
You know
with my
what?
husband.
I'm a bit, and I'm. It doesn't. Baptist, Pentecostal, culture. I follow Jesus.
That's right.
I follow Jesus.
Right.
I follow Jesus Christ, and that's what we're tied to, and we believe in that. You know, the fraternities, those are just associations outside. You know, and that's, you know, they have their own entities. But those are my
That's
thoughts.
for me and
And
our
then-
household. We serve
come on
the
now.
Lord.
Come
Okay?
on now.
Demi said if we said anything else, she was going to follow us. All right. We your family,
Well,
girl. Stay over here with us.
Hey Demi, I'm very open and I'm honest, and it's just what it is.
Yes.
I don't want to ever deviate from that, because I have to answer to that. We have to answer for
Right,
that, you know. And
right.
as a married couple, God is gonna come to me, you know, as a pastor too, of my wife and the church. I just have to be honest, and I have to be real. I don't care if somebody come in and say, "I'll give you $1 million." I'm sorry, I'm not selling out. I'm not selling my soul. It's not even worth it.
It's
I
not.
do not want to do it. You know, I follow Jesus all the way to the cross. I pick up my cross and I follow Him.
That's right.
And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I am not perfect. You know, I don't walk on clouds. You know, holy words don't just follow me. I'm a man, but yet and still I follow Christ.
And
We
know
follow
what the
Christ.
words say to
Come
do.
on now.
Yes, yes. So we've been on here a long time. This has
Hour and a
been an
half.
awesome night. This was perfect. We are here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If for any reason we can't make it, we'll make sure we put it in our community channel to advise you. But we're going to always be here because we have made a commitment to be here. We feel like we've been getting a lot of good information. We just wanted to be pleasing to the Lord and give Him, you know, all the glory, all the praise for all that He is doing, and want Him to use us through these channels. So if we help you, you know, find the Lord, praise God for that. So we're just want to be here for you guys. Jerica, you missed it. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, girl. But we'll be back next Tuesday. We might
You're
throw
welcome,
in
Demi.
we might throw in an extra live every now and again, you know, if time permits. But thank you so much for subscribing. We hope you subscribe to the channel. If you're watching the playbacks on any of these channels, leave us a question if you have a question. I know
Absolutely.
or answer some of these questions, because we have some good questions that come up. So you're more than welcome to answer the questions. We would love to go back and read the comments to see, or if you have some questions that you want us to answer next Tuesday, please do so. We'll be back at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's my closing. If you want to say anything in closing.
No, we just appreciate you, and come back and tune in next week. We're ready for you, and leave those questions, put those questions there. We want to be ready to answer all those questions.
Yes.
And matter of fact, invite a friend to come join.
Yes, come back
Tell
next
a friend to
Tuesday
come
with a
join.
friend.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, bring you a friend next Tuesday. Come with some
Friends
questions.
and family day. How about that?
Yes, yes. And it was something else I was gonna say. Bring your friend. Come back next Tuesday. Subscribe to the channel. I forgot what I was gonna say, but we love you guys. Thanks for watching. It's gonna come back. I forgot. I was gonna say something.
I made her forget,
You
y'all.
did. I forgot. Come back next Tuesday. Subscribe. I don't remember what it was, but if you're watching the playback, I don't know. I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. We love you guys.
Y'all be good. Much love.
Yes, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.